Most of us don't mind being saved when in the storm. I mean, we usually want God to step in the storm and fix it, and we want Him to step in it and fix it fast. But when He doesn't, well, then we start having a little bit of a battle of faith and we start having some questions. Hey, God, did I miss something? Hey, God, I'm down here. Did you forget about me? Hey, God, did I do something wrong? Are you mad at me about something? Well, Genesis 7, I think, verse 24, speaks into that impatience of all of us. It says this, and the waters prevailed on the earth 150 days. Now remember, Noah and his family are on the ark, and now it has started raining, and we know about the rain, 40 days, 40 nights. But remember, just because it stopped raining doesn't mean that they could just step out on dry land, right? Because the water's covering the earth. And so think about that. Here they are, 150 days. That is quite a wet month, right? That's a long stretch where just nothing changes on the outside. Think about it. Noah's already on the ark. He's safe, but he's stuck. I mean, he's saved, but he's waiting. And so what I want us to do today quickly is to talk about some realities of waiting, but waiting by faith. First is this. Salvation includes seasons that you can't speed up, right? Noah cannot control God's timeline. He cannot negotiate with the water. He can't rush the process of what God's doing outside of the ark. He can't open the door and make everything better. 150 days means God's work takes longer than Noah's comfortable with. And for a lot of us, that hits close to home because a lot of us want deliverance, but we want it without the duration. We want rescue without waiting. You see, breakthrough, it comes, but it often comes with a slow grind of time. You see, Genesis tells us that waiting is not a detour, but waiting is part of God's plan for us. The second reality tells us this, or shows us this, that God does the controlling while Noah does the trusting. See, look at that verse again. It says the waters prevailed. That means God was the one running the world outside the ark. God controls the judgment. God has the timetable. God controls what gets washed away and what remains and how long the water stays. Meanwhile, inside the ark, there's Noah and his family. And what are they called to do? They're enduring. They're trusting. Noah doesn't try to steer the storm. He stays in the place that God told him to stay. You see, faith is not always bold action. Sometimes faith is just steady patience. And that brings up the third reality. You see, the ark teaches us what to do when life is on pause. All right, let's picture it. Every day, you're Noah. Every day you wake up to the same walls, the same smells, the same animals. Every day looks the same. And outside, the world, well, God's doing some work out there, but Noah can't really see what it is. It just kind of looks like water. Noah can't measure any of the progress. There's no headlines for Noah to read. There's no Fox News or CNN. All he has is the word that God has already spoken to him. And that's where a lot of you are living right now. You've got every day the same routine, the same prayer, the same needs, the same hurts. And you're tempted to step outside of that ark early, right? To take control. I'm going to force the outcome. I'm going to make something happen here. But God doesn't always save by speeding things up. Sometimes He saves by holding you right where you are while He does the work. And now the fourth reality. Waiting becomes worship when you refuse to run. Think about it. 150 days. That's long enough for fear to engulf you. That's long enough for impatience to turn into resentment. Long enough to start thinking that God's no means God's never. But Genesis 7 keeps pulling us back. God's still in control. Even when nothing feels secure, God is there. The waters prevail, but they do not prevail forever. God will bring them down. God will bring Noah out, and God will keep his promise. You need to remember that. Some of you are waiting right now. You're waiting on healing or clarity or something to change. Waiting on a door to open, waiting on maybe peace to return, or waiting on God to do the thing that you know only God can do. And what's the temptation? The temptation is for us to bust out of the ark before it's time, to rush it, to push, to force things, to take shortcuts. So let me close with this question. Are you going to keep trusting God inside the ark? Or are you going to step out early and try to control the flood? Because waiting is not wasted time when God is the one doing the work. And if God has you in a long season today, remember his mercy is not on pause. His timing is not off. His hand is still carrying you in the ark. And the waters prevailed on the earth 150 days. That means saved, but still waiting. Hey, you're right where you are supposed to be. So trust him. That's the pastor's devotion. Hey, come back and see me tomorrow, and I'll see you this Sunday.